awfully weak. Wait to see what happens at the salty sweet.
Greg Turbo versus Ringler, live on here. IRL. They're gonna fucking fight.
You know, me and Ludwig have beef.
Oh. Why do me and you have beef?
You call me British.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Do one. Put on the board, Pipsqueak. You didn't come from the UK to get 3-0 by Aklo, right?
I didn't do it.
Welcome to Fourside Fights, featuring Contra, Joshman, Pipsqueak, and the Crimson Blur.
All right, citizens of Fourside, I am Jackzilla, and I know, number one, Greg Turbo camped Ringler in their Smash Camp fight, and we're going to need a stalling rule in the yard. Number two, if Wizrobe could start over and had to choose between a Frame 1 or a GameCube controller, he'd be doing disgusting SDI in a GameCube controller every day. Number three, Kadoran and the FlyQuest team have entered the TO Pantheon with their 100th TMT, so congrats to all them. And number four, Mewtwo King is back, baby. He won Viva La Smash 3-0ing far. Let's go to each side. Is this the return of the king? Let's start with Contra.
I mean, this is kind of a Mewtwo King classic. He's done this all the time. He just goes to a random region and snipes their tournament. This time it happened to coincide with the most stacked tournament of all time. I think it's a classic. I don't really give him any credit for it.
All right. Pipsqueak.
Yeah. Nah, there's no way. There's no way he's not back.
Okay. Blur.
Actually not back. I've talked to Jason about this before, and he's one of those super honest people who will tell you exactly what he thinks. And he just says, hey, I think if I come back, I'd lose to people I otherwise wouldn't, and that would hurt my feelings. And so I'm like, all right, so is the ego in the way?
I guess you otherwise wouldn't lose to anybody if you don't compete. That's kind of true. Josh?
Right, so
not gonna happen. Right now, he's in like a little rat light state where he's just eating all the cheese that's like left over or like he can find. But it doesn't really like show that he's not a big rat yet. Right now, he's getting his crumbs. But if he takes something big, it'll be fucking crazy.
Calling him a rat?
That's what I'm back posting.
And yes, all right.
I think all we learned is that...
Bro, check your DMs if you want players.
Yeah. JD, I'm sorry, I'm messing with the scoreboard right as we're doing it. We'll get that really fixed.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right.
Minus
hey, I was trying. Honestly, I was trying to start off Blur negative because he was being an asshole right before we went live.
And you did it to me?
So we'll make sure that we get it all right. Okay, welcome to Fourside Fights. We've got four outstanding guests today who are going to act as pundits as I throw out topic after topic at them. They'll give their takes. If they're entertaining or interesting, I'll give them points. If they're boring, repetitive, or patently unreasonable, and I'll subtract. You know, sometimes I'll give a point to a patently unreasonable one if it's funny enough. And of course, I can mute any contestant at any time for any reason. The player with the most points at the end is our winner. They get to commentate the three losers as they take it to Fourside in a free-for-all so we can see exactly how their punditry translates to Melee. Let's get started with our first topic. Welcome back, Zane, right? Two Marths winning two equally valid tournaments on this weekend, Mewtwo King and Zane. We are fresh off of a stacked tournament and what feels like an exhale for the net play king. Zane wins again and seems firmly set on a path to number one with 5 tournament wins this year. The remaining events being that are really big, being Summit, Panda Cup, and Smash World Tour. Can he still be caught by another player, or is the field just fighting for second? Let's start off with the Crimson Blur, our returning winner.
So here's the thing. Can they catch him? Of course. If they win out, pretty much anyone can catch him. If I win 5 straight events in a row, people will be talking about Blur for number one because those 5 events are big enough for it to matter.
You think if you won Summit, Panda Cup, and Smash World Tour, you'd be number one for the year?
Yes, because I'd have 5 wins and I haven't entered like anything else.
You have 3 wins.
Plus, I'm saying I enter also Apex and DreamHack Atlanta, bro. Like, whatever, you know? So, you know, of course people can catch him. There's enough events left. But there's also the reality of he's just the best player. So it's like, do I expect them to catch him? Not really, because I think he's just the best. And he's also getting the benefit recently of he's getting Blur coaching, which I think will help him tremendously.
All right, and Contra, what do you think? Coming fresh off of Smash Camp.
It's true.
Okay, so I actually think with new information that I just learned moments ago, I think Zane has absolutely no chance of being the best player in the world at the end of the year, just because, you know, Blur coaching. No, but in reality, actually, I think he's certainly the front runner, but I think if anyone besides him wins two of the next 4 events, they're the number one, frankly. I think he could get second at all 4, and if Mango wins 2 of the other ones, Mango's probably number 1.
Anybody agree with that? Pipsqueak, Josh, somebody jump in. That seems crazy to me as a take.
Did you say anyone, or do you just mean like IBDW, Mango?
I mean of the front runners.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Otherwise, you were just like a worse version of Blur's take.
I'm not stupid. Come on.
Yeah, he's standing at 0, not -5. What do you think, Pip?
There's like 2 people. Yeah, I guess if like IBDW wins 2, or HBox wins 2, yeah, I can sort of see it. But I don't. People are gonna argue no matter what. Like 2 is too few to make it like super clear. But I could see like anyone who wins 2 having a like strong argument on the level that Zane has now. But I wouldn't say it's like set in stone.
Okay, Josh.
Bro, I think it's all about bracket luck for Zane. Because it's 3 sets, right? He hasn't run into he's lost to Mango. And this tournament he lost to Mango as well. So it's just like...
Is running into Leffen and IBDW, who both have like cleaned him multiple sets this year, bracket luck? Or just Hungry
I'm
Box?
saying he ran into Mango in Swiss pools and then lost, right? But he also lost the last 2 sets as well. So it's just like... If the next tournament Mango wins, I think Mango's clear number 1 for this event, like this season at least. That's my take at least. Zane is no way clear number 1 right now. That's so grief.
That's interesting.
what I said first.
But it's not just for the season, it's for the year, right? And Zane started off are we just gonna like forget? I'm not talking about seeding. I'm talking about who do we say had the best year?
If Zane
you think
wins
Mango's
2,
got it?
him.
I mean, I think I'll stand by what I said before. If Mango wins 2 of the remaining 4 major tournaments, he's the best player in the world.
Shit.
I guess maybe if he gets like 17th at 1 and then 1st at the other 2, maybe there's an argument. But I actually do think the latter half of the year really proved who he is as a competitor, which is one of the best players ever.
You know, I think a lot of people are going to be screaming at y'all for the idea that Mango having, 3 maybe nice major wins is going to compete with Zane's 5? Like, if Zane gets second to Mango at both of these, is it over then? Like, what are the conditions here in which, we like Mango, and he got 3. He put in a good effort. Fuck Zane's beginning of the year. Who cares about Genesis? The end of the year is where it's at. Is this what I'm hearing from the crowd here?
I'll be real. Zane just has to win the final event, and we just call him the best. It doesn't matter if it's stacked or not. Just like even just win the local like after the final big event. Doesn't matter.
I think if Zane wins literally 1 more, it's pretty much locked for him.
Yeah.
If he wins 1 more.
It is. I think. Yeah, it's hard to argue against.
But who do you think can take it over him though? Like
Xbox, IBW, Mango, any of those 3, I think. I also think that if J-Mook wins twice, he's the best player in the world.
Theoretically, Amsa could do it, but Amsa would have
Contra, is
to
your
win
take
like
just
3.
anybody that wins twice, they're the best player in the world? You actually agree with Blur.
If
Blur won, you're like...
There are like 5 people that could still be the best player in the world for the year. It's so up in the air, in my opinion. I think there's obvious front runners. Zane is probably number 1 right now if the year ended. But people like J-Mook. J-Mook has had an incredible year, like 3 different second places, beating everyone at least once. He seems like he's right there. As long as he puts 1 or 2 together, then I think he probably ends the year best. I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move us on to the next topic. But I do think that pretty much no matter who wins this year, it will be like kind of the most competitive number 1 we've had in terms of like what % of the tournaments did they win? Because back in the Armada days, it was like whoever was number 1 was winning 71% of events or something. It's not that world anymore. All right, topic 2. A few days ago, Mango's given a big rant on his stream about how Melee is a basement esport. We play on CRTs. We play for no money. I'm very sympathetic to this view. But I kind of think that, you know, in the context of when he was complaining about commentary, this idea of anyone who disagrees with me is a nerd only goes so far. Eventually, you just say, yeah, I'm a nerd. What really caught my attention this week on the commentary discourse carousel was Toph's tweet thread where he was reevaluating his future as a Melee content creator who travels a lot for commentary. How should we evaluate commentary, and is talent attrition inevitable once people start starting families and turning 30? Let's start with the Crimson Blur?
Yeah, I mean, I've commentated for like over a decade, done a ton of top 8s, and the truth is that like you can only do it for so long because you don't really get paid. So ultimately, everyone's going to quit eventually, and we're going to have to need a new rotation, new generation of talent. You get something out of it in the sense that you get the enjoyment of the game. Sometimes you get flown out, but that's about it. I think there's different styles to do it, and ultimately, Toph's the GOAT. Like, he's done so many good events, so I think he'll be back at it. But if he takes a step back, I mean, he's been doing like so many events this year, so it completely makes sense. And we're just gonna need new people to rise up. Maybe like people rotate back in, maybe a little bit more. Phil, if he becomes more active, or me.
You're looking for a husband and wife? You looking for
a husband? Dude, I'll take wife back. Wife back would be freaking awesome.
Goated.
But not husband.
Wife was amazing. Husband was great too.
What was that, Pip?
I just called out not husband, only wife. I don't want husband and wife back, only wife.
Okay, yeah, it's good. I'm tired of this monogamy business. Pip, what's your take on this commentary business and talent attrition?
I mean, first of all, I have no experience, so like it's hard for me to say. But from looking in from outside, like I largely agree with Blur, but it's interesting to see how a lot of it seemed to be like how he's perceived. He talked about like randoms just like tilting him and seeing all the negativity all the time. But even if it takes a step back, I definitely think he seems like the type that'll, be there for some events, like, the summits maybe, and like the ones that are close by to him. But I definitely think he's been grinding harder than every other commentator for like as long as I can remember. So he deserves to take a step back, if nothing else.
Yeah, hey, and let's be clear. Well, actually, first let's go to Josh, and then I'll say the thing we need to be clear about.
The first thing I want to say is Pip looks like Androx from a Star Fox adventure, the Star Fox 64. He's just, just a hovering giant head. I was also going to say, like, I was going through the commentary critique, right, because I was on the mic, and it looked like people's main issue this time with commentary was it was a bit, like, hard to hear everyone talk over each other because it's like a couch-style mic, which is honestly setup gap, because there were two people behind us with microphones who, like, could barely hear us. So, like, I would start talking, and then Pip would just, like, talk over me, and I'm like, it's setup gap. It's setup gap. Like, that's the only reason this is happening. I feel like all the old dogs killed it. Like, I thought Toph was funny. I thought Brandon and Phil killed it as well. Like, I feel like when people were complaining about commentary this time, it didn't happen until the top players stepped into the mix. I swear to God. Like, dude,
we're gonna come to that a little bit later, but I would say that my take is I think that Zayn versus Axe got a lot of heat. I think that Shroomed and Hugs' block was polarizing. Pip and Josh, y'all now join the ranks of major super national super duper tournament top 8 commentators. Like, just straight up, it's that easy. Just walk fucking on. Just be good at the game and pretty good at talking. And hey, I thought y'all did a great job. I really enjoyed your time on the mic. So I got nothing to say about that.
Are you sure you should say this as the host?
Well, that doesn't mean you're good at this show. You've been dog shit so far. Contra, what do you got?
I only have one thing to say. I respect all the commentators that are, making the rounds, doing all the tournaments. I don't watch LSI, but there are a lot of TOs that have suffered lots of complaints forever, and they still keep going. So I don't know if I buy this whole commentator talent attrition thing, because Sheridan's been doing this for over a decade, and he gets a ton of complaints. And he does it for no money, usually a loss. So I think this idea that commentators are working hard for little to no pay and also getting criticized a lot is like, it's true and it sucks, but so are a lot of people. And it's just part of the community, part of the game. We do it for the game.
I'm gonna be like 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds, promise.
Okay.
Negative points for that.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, at least
this is
mine.
Unprecedented. Blur, I'm actually gonna give you one last chance on this topic. Give me 10 seconds, because you're the only one that I think got to the heart of what Toph was talking about, which is, I gotta make money. I have a family. What am I supposed to do? Blur.
Dude, ultimately, no one can be full-time in this as long as we don't make money. Like, it's impossible. It's like factually impossible. It takes too much of your time. And so, like, we can say all this stuff that we want, but TOing like one event a year is not the same as flying 40 weekends out of the year. It's just so you can't hold a job while doing that. It's not really possible. And Toph's been freelance content creator for a little bit, and so it's been popular for him the last year. And there were eras like where I was crazy active and doing like every top 8, where I worked at Twitch and I was flown out by Twitch. But we've kind of been like hodgepodging it together, but it's not it's people have pro teams to fly them out as players for a reason. Like commentators kind of need a similar situation. And
all right, Blur. I asked for 10 seconds. You started off great. 10 seconds. You nailed it. Thank you.
All right.
Next topic. The Slug versus HBox Game 4. We see a familiar pattern that seems to occur every time Hungrybox is smashing Ice Climbers, and Ludwig makes the unprecedented move of asking production to swap to Joshman versus Magi to restream the side stream instead. Let it be known on a delay. If you were just actually watching the side stream, you'd get better quality and you could go into the main chat and spoil it like 5 seconds in advance. Was this a mogul move or a foolish flop? Let's start with Contra.
I mean, it's pretty obviously a foolish flop, in my opinion. There are matchups that, quote unquote, suck in the game, but that doesn't mean you just get to cut away. And especially in the way that he did, I didn't watch it because the tournament's scheduled over me, but I think it's fucked up. And I don't think that leaving one event or leaving one matchup
points for that.
I get 10 pity points. Oh my god.
Yeah. But I didn't hear really a why. Okay, you said you shouldn't do it. Why shouldn't you do it?
Because why put it on in the first place if you don't want to watch the ending? Just don't put it on the stream. Put it off stream. That's fine. That's a better decision to make than cutting away.
Bro, the gameplay ridiculous on the other TV though.
Tell me about it.
You gotta understand, dude. Over there, it was wondrous. I nearly got my arm locked up during the set when I had an up throw. I went for up throw, up smash, and Fox is just didn't move at all. I'm like, I'm using too much of my chakra. I'm like, I'm fucking doomed. So when they tuned in, it was me being up 2-0, and then I started getting reverse 3-0, and I'm like, this is all they're gonna see? I'm like, no. I'm just getting fucked now. I was so happy when I clutched up, and I looked over, I'm like, why am I on the big screen? Because I didn't know what was happening. And I was like, damn, did HBox be slugged that fast? And it was just like, oh no. I'm like, what have they done?
Do you think Ludwig would have switched if he wasn't friends with you to an extent more than say Pipsqueak?
Bro, it was Icy's half on Dreamland.
You think he would have switched no matter what was on the side stream?
100%.
Right.
It's pretty miserable. Thank God the loser set was popped.
I kind of believe that Lud has this trauma. I made him do Kalamazoo versus Michael at full bloom, which was I think a 48-minute set. And I think ever since then, there's been this little voice in your head that says, never again. Pipsqueak, what do you think?
Bro, he's content pilled. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's his event. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Sure, it's kind of corny, but there's a reason people are talking about it. They're talking about it now because it made drama and it added more views. It was an objectively good move from the content creator perspective. And sure, I don't want it to be a precedent, but it's his event.
But it's good here. You don't want anybody else to do it, but you can do it
because
here.
No one else
but if Sheridan did this,
no, I got to butt in because I get it. It's bad content, I guess. Most people don't want to watch it. If that's your perspective, don't put it on the stream at all. Just take it off. Just put it off stream. Put it on the side stream.
You don't understand.
No, I see. Okay, so first of all, I don't like making your stream schedule and who goes on stream based on matchups because what that's going to do, it's going to create a natural bias against some players and others. Like if you're a Puff player or IC's player, you're just never going to get on stream.
Wait, why is that bad?
Because you want someone like Slug on stream. Last I checked, he almost made a crazy losers rush. He can beat HBox, right? Dude, he literally he was one hit away from beating HBox.
He had 3 games to prove it, and he wasn't winning. He switched the stream when he was down 2 stocks, and HBox was camping him DreamHack style.
I agree with Pip that Lud can do whatever he wants. He lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on the event, but ultimately, let's not pretend like Slug can't make comebacks, can't do it, can't beat HBox because that guy literally is a top 10 player in skill, and he's clearly capable of beating practically anyone. He literally is doing it.
What the event is, I didn't get anything to say. I want to say what the event is it's just a lot of people's first time watching Melee, ever. Yeah, for sure. Because of the avenue that we're watching it in. If it was a regular old tournament and it happened, I would be so inclined to be like, this is really silly. At the end of the day, I always think TOs can do what they want. But because it's on a YouTube channel with a lot of new eyes on it, he's like, damn, this Icicle Climber is getting camped very hard. They're going to change the channel.
No, but here's the thing. You assume you know what noobs want, and they're not us. Because if you look at every YouTube VOD, what are the YouTube matches who have the most views? It's random mid-tier versus some wacky matchup. It's never a Fox Ditto. right?
I
That's
don't think
not
it's
like
gonna be
you might like that, but they actually like the weird matchups. That's what they're into. They don't like the same thing that we do. That's just not them.
This one is going to have to be solved by Twitch analytics. I'll go back into my archive. A few years ago, I did an experiment to see if wobbling was correlated with viewership decline, and it isn't. But Mango winning is very correlated with viewership increasing. Okay. Breaking news. I just got a message. Our show's researchers have just put this on the desk. Pip, one of our fellow guests, has been known to sit in Twitch chat for hours complaining about box players. During a set where Black Haze got 3-1 by King, he said, quote, "This Marth knows zero fundamentals of the game, but Ariel's faster than Zane," unquote. He also said, quote, "Jesus Christ, I want one real game of Melee," unquote, when you were on the stream, and routinely calls you a cheater. Blur, your position is not to nerf controllers, but to entirely ban them, these rectangle controllers. Do you think of yourself as a bully? And if so, do you think bullying works? Let's start with the Crimson Blur.
First of all, pride and shame run this scene. So unfortunately, bullying works. However, I do think, and I regret that I don't think you should ever go after the players because ultimately they're playing on a legal controller. I just think the TO should be getting the shit because, frankly, when you talk to basically the whole top 30, they agree with either nerfing or banning them, and it's been an issue that's been festering for a long time.
But you believe in banning them.
Just fucking do something, guys. Come on.
Huh?
As if it's
Do
that
something.
Easy.
Do
As
something.
If it's that easy. We have been working and talking about this for months, for a year plus, and you have been in the channels where we're talking about it, and yet you're here saying, TOs, do something. It's insane to me, the level of entitlement you have to say that you can just complain about these controllers all the time and bully players and then say it's no one's fault, it's the TO's fault, they need to solve it. What are you talking about? We're trying. It's not easy.
You're not trying.
Agrees.
In those chats, I'm like, all right, we'll ban them while we wait. Ban them while we wait. And then they don't. And they don't. You're not trying. You're not doing shit. Contra, name me one thing you've done.
What have you done?
I've written every rule set you've ever played on, Joshman. Every rule set that you've ever played on in your life was written by me or Nintendo.
Absolutely
That's it.
fucking not.
We're muting the Crimson
That's
Blur
a
Contra
fact.
for a second. The knives are out.
Dude, you have to understand, you can't put this on the TOs when they've just been infested with these little termite controllers. No offense to you, Pip. And there's nothing they can do about it. It was never their job to make them. These things were never supposed to hit the game, right? Like, and there's all these nerfs up in the air where they're like, no, we shouldn't do this, or we shouldn't do that, or this ruins this, or this ruins that. And they're just like, this isn't even my piece of tech, man. Like, and then you go and like talk to the box devs, they're like, nerfies? And they're just like, no, thank you.
Or
It's
they-
just like,
Pip, what do you think? I want to make sure we get to all the four sides before we start the full brawl. Pip, you're our resident. I know, Joshman, you've experimented with many kinds of controllers. I loved your tier list video, but Pip, you got to be the expert in the room, right? What do you think?
Sorry,
Okay,
brother.
shut the fuck up, Blur. You have not done shit here. First
Plus
of all,
one.
how can you argue that it's okay to, you know, shit talk the players in the moment and then take 2 weeks and go, nah, actually it's not okay after the fact? Also, you just argued that we shouldn't bully floaty players, but you had like, there's no difference in what you're doing here and the people that are bullying floaty players by putting them off stream. Like, there's no fucking difference in ideology here. Now, are you behind every rule set? I can't know, but what I do know is sitting in Twitch chat as a moderator, by the way, which makes this 10 times funnier, shit-talking the players, and then going like, yeah, but, I don't know, it's run by pride. It's like the weakest shit I've ever seen.
Do we have any other way of doing it, bro? Do we, at this point, like, shame is really working better than everything else.
You're listed as a TO
The
on
TOs are doing nothing. The players are doing nothing.
Okay,
We're seeing
Blur,
no one doing anything.
Put yourself as the
They're
guy
not doing
who's
anything,
done
bro.
every rule set
You worse
and
than
been
any of us.
behind every change and then go, yeah, but the TOs aren't doing anything. Like, bro, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
I've been
You can't be
looking
like,
for it.
bro,
Oh, he's peeked his mic.
He speaks his mic.
He's peaked
No,
his
I'm
mic.
not saying
All right,
shit.
that's
I'm not saying
the
shit.
first
Look.
self-mute in the history of Fourside Fights.
I've said exactly my position, and it's up to the TOs to do it. I can give them a rule set to run, but they're afraid. They're afraid that people won't go.
All right,
here's the rules.
interrogate
It's
that
not
a little
that
bit.
complicated. They're
Contra,
fucking banned until we
is there
fix
a
them.
reason why you wouldn't want to nerf or ban controllers? What's the kind of TO perspective you can give me from an active TO?
Okay. So my understanding of the current situation is that obviously most majors, none locals have the bandwidth or resources to do controller checks regularly. So it wouldn't be very feasible to do something like a universal firmware update for all of the box style controllers. Instead, what they want to do is update the UCF to have a box detection system.
Yeah, we've talked about
Yeah,
that.
Joshman helped PTAS develop this, where it's just like, we want to change how certain inputs are read if it feels like it's from a box. And I think that's the good way. It isn't something that can happen quickly, especially in a scene where nobody is getting paid anything. So Blur coming around and saying no one's doing anything, no one's trying, drives me insane.
I actually have something to say.
Because
that.
Let's give Joshman.
Do you actually know the UCF changes? They don't solve the problem. But what PTAS is worried
The
about
only thing
doesn't
that
solve
solves the problem in your head is banning it, and that's it.
Unfortunately, Pip. Unfortunately, I wish there was another answer, but I don't.
There is
see
actually
one.
another answer. There is.
Joshman, give us the other answer.
So I want to say there's a few things I want to cover. The first thing is I'm of team nerf box, not pretty much into the ground. Like I want to make the box initially like something that we work towards getting up to par with controllers.
Agreed.
The bias should be that there should be not even a shot that it's 50-50. It should always be strictly weaker and clearly so.
Yes,
okay.
And
I agree.
And it should be. You agree? And then it should be buffed up to a standard that we're happy with. Because it being in a state that is better than what we're happy with and being legal is a much worse timeline than it being worse than it currently is. It should be even, but it's still legal. Because at least people get to play. Because you can't ban it. You just can't. So many people
Can I give two takes to this?
Yeah.
All right. I do want to sort of wrap it up. I don't want to.
Yeah,
Well, maybe it could be the whole episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll read the chat and see if they want that.
No.
Pip, you go for it.
Yeah, 2 speed takes. First of all, it's been stronger than it should be for ages. It makes sense that it should probably lean towards being weaker. Otherwise, it's like, okay, you've just been abusing it the entire time, so to speak. However, I mean, the controller also lets you play for ages, and it's so consistent that it's like you never have to think about if it's your problem or if it's the controller's problem. That is such a huge gain that even if the controller is weaker than a GameCube controller, that is such a big benefit.
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be slightly weaker, at least for a while, to balance out the scales, because you can play longer, you never have to worry about it. That shit is not insignificant. If it's slightly weaker, it doesn't matter, because practically it's gonna be, as strong if you have an easier time practicing, and it works, you put it out of your bag, it works the first second,
Right.
it doesn't care if it's cold
I
or not.
have one more thing I want to
All
say.
right, Josh, you guys are killing me. Contra, you get one, and if it sucks, I'm muting you for the next 3 topics.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All I'll say is, I don't know what the fuck Blur thinks he's contributed, but
Oh my God,
year,
you've gone after him enough. You're done. Josh, man, give me your last take.
I think I have something, at least an olive branch for everyone in the call. Ban the Smash Box.
You do the olive branch.
That thing is broken.
God damn it.
Ban the
Poor
Smash
Gatsu.
Box. It shouldn't
Gatsu.
be legal. It shouldn't be legal. You shouldn't be able to custom do your own fucking angles. You've seen the clip Axe posted of some guy on the Smash Box, which is fucking broken. I have to play against a ledge dashing Peach at home. What? Why can't she have 8 frames a gallon? But then, actually hit it 1 in 1,000 times in control. It's balanced.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking is what we're gonna do with this topic. I want to get a gamble, all right, or some kind of long-term thing, because we have 3 people on here that are either actively participating in or vocally support nerfing the box in explicit and visible ways. Blur, your position is still more radical in those people. If we come back in a year having nerfed the boxes, what would you need to see to reconsider your opinion on the total ban?
So here's the thing: the only practical solutions which hit the main problems that people have with it, which are the accuracy, precision, and the travel time. Those are the primary issues that everyone has. Everything comes from those 2 things. The things that the nerfs that people propose for those are some sort of input lag measure, which is to make it so that the travel time emulates a controller. or some sort of level of RNG to make it so that it's not as precise. There are massive problems with adding either of those into the rule set or into the game through some boxes.
Let me put it a different way, Blur. If we come back a year from now and all the top 30 players
I love when people are saying, "Hey, let's nerf it." I'm like,
if we came back in 30 top players, all the people that are on your side right now are not complaining anymore. Do you feel like, even though you might be right, the beast must be?
I'd love it. I'd love it if we find a perfect equilibrium. I just think that you guys are not actually thinking about the practicality of it. This is just like in FPS games where you have auto aim to make controllers to be more even.
We will come back. You
can't make them equal. It's not actually possible.
Right, or if the 3 others were right.
It's not possible.
All right. To my mind, we're going to move on to the next topic. There are 3 more huge landmark events that are coming down the line, right? Summit, Panda Cup Finale, and Smash World Tour.
You're missing one.
Panelists, fuck, marry, kill. Summit, Panda Cup Finale, and Smash World Tour. Let's start with Contra.
I will just say kill Panda Cup. Just don't need to specify, I don't think. I will marry BTS, Summit. It is a BTS run event. They have been consistent for years. That's like nice homemaking, I'm sure. Marshall makes everyone feel at home. And main stage, yes. I wanted to add that. And then obviously I will fuck Smash World Tour. It's just kind of hot, But
okay.
Just for one time.
The money.
Blur, what do you think? FMK, Summit, Panda Cup Finale, Smash World Tour. And main stage everybody loves. So I'm not commenting on
I
that.
wish them great success because I always want to see Smash events do well, but kill Panda because Nintendo. And I don't think I need to say much more to that. Big fuck Nintendo out in the crowds. And then I would definitely marry SWT for their commitment to the international scene. I love that. I love that it's a global tour, unlike the NA one of Panda. And so that's fucking badass. And I would fuck BTS because they're a hot piece of ass.
Okay. Well, all right. Pipsqueak, I guess I asked for it with this question.
Well, I mean, I have the same take Contra has, but I'll elaborate by saying the reason you fuck SWT is just because that's the most profitable one. It's the one with the most money. Simple as that.
That's right.
You're gold digger, huh, Pip?
We do like that money.
Gold digger,
Dude,
I like
we talked about the Smash economy. Nothing more.
Joshman, bring us home.
Alright, so you gotta marry Summit because Summit's just the GOAT event. It's just like everyone's playing for so long. The event's just like so fucking good. It's got its own layer of earned prestige that the other two just don't have yet. Kill the fuck out of SWT for doing games-based. Games mattered. I nearly didn't make it into to bracket because I thought I got 3-0'd by Triff the previous day, but it was a 3-1, so I was let in. Why the fuck does that matter? Why is it games based? It should be head-to-head based. No one whinges on head-to-head. Trust me. If you're like, oh, I didn't make it because I lost to this guy, it's like, that's how it works. But it's like, I lost a game on fucking Foxmarth FD. Oh, whoops, I lost the game. Doesn't mean I make it in. Are you fucking kidding me? The game is so, like, counter-pick dependent and so, like,
I feel like this is getting away from the original topic.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I liked it. That was fun.
Oh, it's so cringe.
All right, I will give a 5-point bounty to anybody who can give a completely reversed, because you all had very close answers. I want to see if would anybody give me a case for 5 points of marrying somebody other than Summit.
I got it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna credit chat for this one, but someone said you marry Panda Cup.
Nope. We don't do that. All right, move on to the next one. Anybody else want to take this 5-point bounty?
I'm not doing Summit like that.
Let's try it. I'll oh man, it hurts to say. Marry Panda because look, when Nintendo takes over, we're gonna need them. And so we're gonna need them to give us
scab.
Dude, that's look. At the end of the day, if it's the only way for us to survive, we'll live as a scab.
Hey, that's the 5-point bounty. First up to the dock without having to cite Twitch chat. Contra.
Hey, I could have said nothing.
We had a whole topic last. I thought you were a watcher of the show. You know how we punish looking at Twitch chat, even though
you're right. I'll close it.
Yeah, you got it. All right. Let's move on to the next topic. At this, how much time do we have? We got plenty of time. At this event alone, Slug beat Mango, Jmook, Moki, Nun, Spark, Aklo, Joshman, and then loses to HBox twice and IBDW once.
Hang on.
Was Slug's run the best any non-wobbling ICs has ever done at a single event? Is it in the top 3 IC runs of all time, wobbling or non-wobbling? Let's start with Pipsqueak, the current point leader.
Yes, I definitely think it is. It's so absurd to look at because Slug was like 2 stocks away from probably being favored to win the event, I think. It's actually so crazy when you think about it. If he beat HBox there, he had such a good bracket for him. He's beat Zane before, and yeah, like that looked so winnable. I think Fly Amanita had that one run, and Wobbles obviously has the Evo run, I believe. But like, in my head, given how much I value Modern Melee as a modern player, holy shit, the Slug run is like obscenely impressive. I think it's the best one ever.
All right, let's go Contra.
What event was this for? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, obviously he beat like 1,000 of the best players in the world without wobbling. I think there's really no argument. I guess he dodged Mango. He's historically
No,
that's not a dodge.
Yeah, I don't really.
No, he beat Mango.
He beat Mango. That's the first thing I
Contra,
said.
you didn't even watch it.
Moving on from Contra. Blur, what do you think?
I got double booked. I didn't watch anything.
Dude was a smash hit. All right. So the 3 best runs other than this, to break it down, is Wobbles at Evo. There was wobbling, obviously. Wobbles at Kings of Cali 3, where he got second. And then Fly Manita at Press Start, right? And that one, he didn't wobble. And that was a very good run. I still would favor Slug here very slightly because, like Pip said, the modern example of what he's doing is just insane. He's literally reaction tech chasing to Sopo. Like, do you guys know how hard that is? Cracked!
Yes.
The dude is cracked. He can actually beat basically every player in the world who doesn't play Peach. And that's more on us than him. You know, that's us. And I propose through this that if we're going to keep wobbling banned, here's a crazy idea. While we're talking about all these rule set stuff, what if we stop counting Peach losses for ICs in the rankings? Because at this point, it's not his fault. He can beat anyone else, right? Like, this is on us for making it so it's impossible for him. Yeah, and I think Slug can beat anyone in the world.
This is for you, Blur. There you go.
I'm taking it up because I don't consider it his fault. It's not his fault.
Let's go to Josh, man. You are the only player who was listed on this list of wins. So does that make it? Is that making it the GOAT run, or is this just another? You know.
No, dude. If I was in like my my like 3rd saga level of power, like this is the mid training arc one with the broken arm. If I was 3rd saga, Josh, maybe. But dude, it was like so. I think the HBox win just like clutches it up as one of the best ones. I think getting double eliminated like that, just like it kills a lot of the hype. And if he didn't make it to like winner-side grand finals like Wobbles did, it's like it's never been harder to do what he's done. Don't get it wrong, but there's also just like that's how it felt in every time period. So it was just like for its time, Wobbles run was truly fucking crazy. But for a non-wobbling run, it's obviously the best. It's fucked up.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
You don't think Press Start is even close? Okay. Because also the Swiss pools are gonna just like giga buff like if you're on a win streak.
You gotta take that. He won everything. It's
Press Start wasn't as stacked as this, right? Like Press Start didn't have everyone. This had everyone.
Yeah, it's
like
ultimately.
Yeah.
Then let's move on to following up on we're invoking the name. We're once again left amazed and puzzled by Mango. He defeated Zane once again, right? Who was like for a little bit there kind of a bracket demon. He trounces IBDW, who is in the running for number 1. He's one of the best in that running right now. And smoking S2J and Salt, but falling to Amsa, Pipsqueak, and Slug. The 7th seed at Big House places 7th here. Did he still have a good tournament? Let's start with the Crimson Blur.
And he had an okay tournament, but ultimately he's in the running for number 1, and so he kind of needs to do above like his own grade to get that number 1, because obviously Zane's in the lead for that race. And ultimately, like a lot of the same questions that people would have and criticisms people would have for his case for number 1, like the ICs matchup and especially the AMSA head-to-head, those were just more solidified by this event. And certainly getting a loss to Pip, shouts to Pip, is not good for his resume. So he got a great wins, but he got also really bad losses. So it all in all ends up being a wash. Hey. And when he's going for number 1, that's not good enough because he needs to like kind of outperform his own expectations.
Contra.
All right. I think that this format probably didn't lend itself very much to Mango. He is not only was it in Vegas, which is a huge detriment, but also I feel like Mango's the type to really turn up the jets at a certain point. And if you're running out of steam halfway through bracket, like you would if you're playing a bunch of Swiss sets, then I don't think that really helps. I also think Mango is someone that really likes punching above his skill level, which is to say he does not win tournaments that he is seeded to. And he was the one seeded this.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
then
know if
how's
that
he going to be,
matters.
how is it ever a good tournament though if like you're always playing from behind?
That's just the kind of player Mango is, man. He plays from behind. He likes that environment. He likes the losers bracket, you know?
Yeah, that feels like a way to not get #1 for the year, though. So
Dude,
if we're judging it from that perspective, then you don't want to come in as the
him losing a slug in Mango
underdog.
could have happened at any tournament with any format because he's just been bad at those matches.
Which do you think is a more
normal.
reasonable loss for Mango? The loss to Pipsqueak or the loss to Ice Climbers?
Losing to ICs is just something he's been bad at for years. So
Yeah.
Pip is more weird, but I mean Pip's good, so it's not like anyone could lose to someone that good.
Interesting. All right, Joshman, we're gonna go to Pip last because you were invoked.
I think just like, yeah, I feel like, hold on, could you say the question again? I'm trying to think about how to verbalize it, but I want to hear the question.
Was it a good or bad tournament for Mango? He had like some nice wins, but some losses that at any other tournament would be like, oh, you're not in the running for #1 as
No,
much.
I feel like when you're like up there as well, you don't really, the wins just don't really matter anymore. Because I feel like I'm at a comfortable level where be like, yeah, I lost to Zane and Cody and I'm out at 9th. You know what I mean? Like I have that. But I feel like for them, they're just like 9th. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter anymore. The placings just sting that much worse. So even though we had good wins, I still think losing to Pip like that really hurt him. Because he felt like he played like shit. And I think also just like coming out of that place, he would not say that it was a good tournament for him. He came straight on the mic and said how shit the tourney was for him.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
But
All right, Pipsqueak.
Yeah.
Pipsqueak, was Mango's win on you a good win? Or lost to you, excuse me, a bad
Yeah,
loss?
no, it was his win
Other
on
way,
me,
other way
good
around.
win.
Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I'll put it. Okay, I don't want to answer that. I feel like I'm,
Was it a bad win for you?
It's a rank 11. You know, I've got a higher win. It's not that good.
That's right. That's right.
But no. I'll summarize this in one word, which is this tournament was polarizing for Mango. And ultimately, I think that's good for rankings in that it's easier to argue any direction now, where it's like his losses got worse, but he also got like some good wins. And that's how he's been like always. And I think he thinks the tournament is garbage, but I don't think he moved that much.
Yeah, I think I kind of land where Pipsqueak. I see that record and I'm like, he solved some problems and some problems persisted. Welcome. This is life. You try to change who you are and somehow you never can. Okay, next topic. I want you all to award your Saltiest Sailor Award for the Ludwig Smash Invitational. Was it, #1, HBox for forcing TOs to check the Melee ISO for tampering after missing rest due to the Z-axis? #2, was it Leffen for tilt monologuing about puff camping for 10 minutes, completely thrown off the vibes for me on that part of the broadcast? Or was it Mango for depressed complainer energy throughout Grand Finals commentary? Or was it someone else? Let's start with Contra, who definitely watched it.
I definitely watched it, and what I'll say is I think the viewers lost the most. I mean, everyone's whining about insane things. Just play the game. Like, Leffen should just play the game. HBox should just play the game. Mango should just take the losses. It happens, you know? I think the most absurd one to me is Hungrybox thinking that somehow the ISO was fucked with, but I think the people that lost the most are the viewers, the fans. It sucks to have your top players whining about stupid things like that.
All right, Pipsqueak, do you agree?
I think the HBox one is saved a little bit by a tweet he made later where he's like, oh, some tournaments have had people switch out the disc for 1.03. And that was why he was worried. With that context, I kind of forgive it a little bit.
You buy that?
You
buy that?
That did not happen.
No.
That
No,
thing that Hungrybox was tweeting about never actually happened.
That's fair,
period,
but if
and it
he's
was proven
operating
wrong.
on that information, I think it's like better than going just like out of nowhere. Because I do think going out of nowhere with no context is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm gonna be real. I hate to say it. I think the Leffen one is the biggest L, especially after how that set went. Like he could have picked
Sailor. Yeah.
like he could have picked any other set and probably had a better argument. It wasn't like bad at all in that set. And yeah, I pick Leffen.
All right, Blur, what do you think?
The biggest L, unfortunately, goes to production and TOs on this because I think that, everyone has a friend where they lose a set and for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, all they can talk about is the set. You try to change the topic, but they're just mad and they're just, venting. And ultimately, I think us letting players immediately after they lose go on commentary and kind of mess with the vibe of the broadcast has just got to be something we got to take away. It's just some people can't help themselves. Like a guy like Leffen, I had karaoke with him later that night. Like we had a great time. It's
in the trailer of the episode.
Right. He had a completely different vibe, not like an hour later. And I think the viewers only see that side of him, and it's like the worst side of him. And it doesn't do him a good service, doesn't do the viewers a good service. It just kind of stinks up the place. And so like, I think ultimately, like we should have learned by now. It's been a few events of us allowing like this sort of stuff. Like, let's just not do it. And I think we'd all be like happier for it.
I think, dude, it's so interesting because it's like out of the three, I feel like Leffen has done this before with like the whole Fox Ma thing he did, like when he was just complaining on stream about that as well. It's just you just really need to understand that he's gonna do that. Like he as a person needs to know he's gonna do that. Because any valid point he made about a rule set change is just so mute now. You can't immediately say it after you lose. Who's going to take you seriously? Like, the guy who just beat you is just right up there listening to you. It's just like, we're in a fucking sitcom episode right now. This isn't where rules... And it's just like, what do you want to change? And he's like, I don't know, do something. And it's just like, oh, okay, yeah. So
him and the Blur would get along, pretty well. Yeah.
Just do something, TOs. Come on.
You know though, in this, to Blur's point, when you say TOs, do you mean like Ludwig sitting there? Do you mean staff should have been like pulled him away with some kind of thing? Do you think that the couch could have reacted?
No, it's so awkward too because there's a lot of things on the line, but the main thing is just like, when is the last time you've heard someone get kicked off the mic? Like, really think about that. Like, immediately, like in the moment, kicked off the mic. It's
Saturday at Ludwig. Smash Invitational.
But while we're talking about losers, there was a winner of the salty moment, and I think it was Zane. Because I think it got into H-Box's head. Do you see how horrible he played in that game one H-Box did? Like, I actually think H-Box cares enough about what people think and was listening to it that he was a little tilted because he was just like, dude, this guy's badmouthing me on the mic. Yeah. And then he went into that game one, and it was like the worst he played all tournament. And so, hey, man, Zane took that dub out of it.
I agree, and I'll kind of close the topic with this take. That's also what I saw, Blur, which was intentional or not, it felt like Leffen got the last laugh. Because if I'm H-Box, I beat this guy. I'm not even camping him, really. He goes and complains anyways. I'm thinking in my head, I thought winning makes me morally superior, and this guy's still complaining. I can't win. And once you get in your head this thought, I can't win, Zane's going to crush you. This is my belief. All right. Next topic. Let's give real quick.
Fucking Mango's salty moment was so muted compared to the other two that he hasn't even shown up in this conversation a single time. That's how muted it was.
Well, it was muted, but it was also extended, right? It was the longest.
Who cares?
No, it was kind of tough. I'm like, maybe Zane can do X or Y here. And Man's just like, no, it's over. And I lost.
But to be fair... He knew. He was tasting the vibes in the room. Let's give Leffen some benefit of the doubt for this next topic. I am terrified of what Melee looks like after Mr. Beast puts up $1 million pop bonus, perhaps for several events in a row, right? I don't know if this ever happens. Let's go into this hypothetical world together. Even Zane said today on Twitter that it would be interesting to experiment with an anti-stalling rule. So all you people saying that Left sounded like a fool, your champion is saying it 4 days later with a calm voice, and it sounds a little different, right?
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. I've seen a few competing ideas, okay, and I want us to kind of argue about them. Number one, I saw Fiction tweeting about that Puff should lose timeouts. Number two, there's an air rule related to distance from the center of the stage. That's kind of the Leffen and Zane position. There's my rule, which is if you do like 5 consecutive taunts and no other inputs, your opponent has to lose a stock. Do we think it is possible to implement an incentive to interact at scale, and is it even necessary? Let's start with Joshman.
Dude, the 3 taunts or the 5 taunts rule is so silly. Some cards have long taunts, man. You think
yeah, they better come hit you.
Yeah, but you're just like in the middle of the 3rd taunt. They're just gonna hit you. The taunt rule doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all. But it takes too long, and you just get punished for going for it. It's probably, I think in a perfect world, a good center stage rule is where it's at. Like if it's just like how long you have spent in the center of the stage, because center stage feels like how the fuck do you camp center? Spud called me a center stage camper when I was younger, and I was just like, I don't get it, man. What does that mean? Yeah, I mean, it just means I'm cracked. So if you make the puff have to play cracked and center stage camp, that's the golden rule to me. Because timeouts are going to be lame anyway.
But that also requires some kind of modification of the game, and we like checking the rules after. It's not, you make fun of the taunt idea, but that's happening right in the game. You want to add all this extra bureaucracy.
So slippery, man.
Contra, what do you think about the extra bureaucracy Joshman is trying to put you through?
All right. So, I mean, there's never going to be a rule change that's targeting a specific character. So we're going to throw those out off rip. We're never going to say...
You're throwing out Fiction's rule, Puff loses timeouts.
Yeah, no, that's just
It's elegant. Why are you throwing it out? Why not?
Because, I mean, Falco can do the same thing to Peach. We're not going to make him lose... every time out against Peach, right?
Why not?
So, that's stupid. That's stupid. At a certain point, we're playing the game. We're playing the game as it has always existed, and we haven't had problems with stalling in the past, except for Rock Croc on Congo Jungle 64. So if we're so allergic to timeouts and camping, then we should either lower the timer so that timeouts take shorter, or if we don't like timeouts at all, we should just eliminate the timer.
Ooh.
That's like, if we're at the point where we're so allergic to timeouts that we're trying to change the game, trying to design in like center stage camping, whatever the fuck, or taunt to take stocks, then we just don't like the game and we're allergic to timeouts. So we should either stop playing or stop having a timer.
Contra for If I had a poll of my tournament attendees and 90% said that they wanted to ban Puff, do you think I should ban Puff?
That's what we did with wobbling. I mean,
but do you think I should? Would you do that if I gave you that data?
I don't.
The data.
Okay, if the data supported it, I think that it would be better. Yes, but I don't think that the data will ever support it because that's an insane thing.
Blur, what do you think?
I think so. There's a couple things, right? Like I know, like the center stage idea. The reason it can't work is because it requires Slippy and it requires advanced stats, and frankly, there's too much Nintendo in these parts for us to ever realistically do that. So a lot of the best ideas are not like practically possible because of like realities in the world with Nintendo. So it's really hard to solve this one because most of the things like the taunt thing, the ledge grabs, and even airtime doesn't make perfect sense. Like when you even the center stage one, it's like I've played a timeout Marth Samus, and the Samus wasn't camping me. They were just recovering. It takes a long time. Sometimes that happens.
Luigi.
So the hard part is this is one of those where it's like we can kind of all agree that stalling's a problem, but coming up with a really good rule, I haven't found a great, like perfect, like flawless suggestion yet. I want one too, but I think we're like so early and it doesn't happen enough that it's really impractical for us to change it at this moment because it genuinely, like, I don't even feel like it came up in Lud's set, and it feels like every like 3 years there's a set where it really comes up. We're like, okay, that's a problem. And it was
we're in
usually
Mr. Beast's world for this question though. What do you think they camp for $1 million?
I think in Mr. Beast world they play the exact same. Because here's the reality. No, here's the reality. They're trying their hearts out right now. If you're telling me Zane wasn't trying last weekend, what? Like, that's crazy. Mango wasn't trying. They're trying as hard. They're playing as hard as they can.
You think when people you think they wouldn't get more nervous, or is that the max nervous? There's like a max. Joshman, what do you think?
Yeah.
Dude, no, there's no nervousness. Is like something that like really changes depending on like familiarity. So we're talking about like smashes. Like the Ludwig Smash Invitational might be one of like the highest production ones we've ever had, right? Like some people would say that. Or like
would you say that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones we've had, but it's not quite in a boxing ring in front of thousands upon thousands of people. Like, if a Mr. Beast event it most likely would have if for $1 million would have the viewership like that, I think you would just reach a whole new level of nervous. Like, it would not be something you're ready for. I think they play much worse.
Okay, and what do you think about do you have any opinions on the air rule before we wrap this up and get the
I already said like the center age thing for sure, but
all right.
I think
we started with you. Pipsqueak, what do you think?
Pipsqueak, yeah, what about Pipsqueak?
My brain is mush from chugging the thing during your argument earlier.
Okay, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and produce a fourth option. It is my own anti-stalling rule, which I thought of on Twitter like 2 weeks ago, which is we simply produce a stamp card, and anytime someone gets a timeout, we add a stamp up to like a maximum of 8. And if anyone wins by timeout 8 times, we just ban them. And that way we've solved like all the issues over a long enough period of time.
Like the ancient Greeks ostracizing. We just do an anonymous ballot. You're nominated if you've done 8, and then if people vote yes, they can stay, no, they can't. Pip?
No. Why would we even do that? Like, you can just jump off the stage before you hit 8. You just get 7, and then you're good.
What if in every timeout, Twitch chat had a poll, and we decide who played cooler? And Twitch chat just decides.
Decides.
If it's a timeout, it's a timeout.
I love democracy. I love giving it. Let the people pick who's lame.
I don't know if we should give that much power to Twitch chat. We gotta have the audience at home, or not at home, the audience at the stadium.
Oh, in the stadium. I like this even more. I'm gonna take some of Blur's points and give them to you because that is an improvement on that idea. Yeah, you show up in person, you get to vote on whether or not you get it. All right, I want. How are we super time sensitive? This is a tight battle, and I want to throw 2 more topics at you. But if y'all are super tight on time, we can cut it short.
No, I'm good.
I'm down.
All right, we're down. All right,
we're smashers. We have time.
That's not always true. If we took all the players at LSI and made them go to Smash Camp Oregon, who would win? Let's start with Pipsqueak.
Wait, Smash Camp? Who was what?
They go to Smash Camp New Lands. Instead of having an overlap in schedule, Ludwig buys out Smash Camp, brings all the same players, the same couch, to Smash Camp. I don't know. I'm ripping.
Oh,
all the same players are at Smash Camp. What happens? All the LSI format.
You're asking who gets less affected by the chill vibes and the like drinking and
nature,
man.
Hey. There was officially no drinking at Smash Camp.
Shut up.
Our official position is there was no alcohol or drugs of any kind. It was a good Christian camp.
The campground doesn't let you guys do drugs.
Move on. With the PSA over, let's get into it. Obviously, J-Mook wins. Have you seen him meditate? He's gonna sit there in the forest under a waterfall, meditating for 4 hours before the set, and then he's gonna steamroll them just 3-0. It's not even close.
All right, Joshman. Who do you think wins in the forest?
I think it's... I want to say Mango, but I don't think Smash Camp has the same effect. I feel like at the Smash Camps, he never does well. He's gone to... How many has he gone to? Is it just the one? I think it might have been just the one. There may have been 2.
I think Zane won a Smash Camp over Mangus already.
But the vibe is already off, so I don't think the vibe gets resuscitated. I think it's been proven to be not for Mango.
Yeah.
So it's probably still Zane, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Do you think Leffen complains about the stalling rule at Smash Camp?
He's just in the cabin in the Great Hall. He's like, I've gathered you all here today to talk about
throw him in the river.
Blur, who do you think wins in the woods?
So I can tell you it wouldn't be Zane, because he'd probably be like, I've seen that guy get drunk, quote unquote, off like 1 drink. So it wouldn't take much to get him off the edge. And if you watched him last night against Mango, it literally was on 2 drinks in and he was playing the worst I've ever seen him play. So it's not him. He'll probably go don't test me too. I think it'd be Hungrybox, because let me tell you something. The amount of anger that I saw from him on the LSI, I was genuinely afraid. I looked at Hugo and I was like, Hugo, this guy might win the tournament, because I've seen that guy in that mode before, and it only took Leffen complaining to switch him off it. I think there would be a certain point during even Smash Camp where he would just get into Clutchbox mode, and everyone else wouldn't have that vibe. It would be totally chill with everyone else, but he would just have the raw anger that he would burn the forest down. The entire camp would be in flames, and we'd see him destroy everyone in the most degenerate way possible. And so it's definitely Hungrybox.
So that
Alright.
is winning to you, burning the forest down.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
we saved the city.
Do you want the one true take, Jack? Is it time?
Yeah, Contra, bring it home.
All right. First of all, couldn't be Hungrybox if we wouldn't let him come. Second of all, it's still Fat Goku sweep. You think Steven with an Oregon crowd going crazy behind him doesn't just pop off and beat everyone? It's Fat Goku sweep.
Has Fat Goku done very well at Smash Camp in the past? Did he win this one? I don't know who won this weekend.
He did. Can anyone name who got second even?
No, we don't watch that. We watch LSI.
We were watching LSI.
Dude, you were the only one who watched that instead.
I did tune in. I tuned into pools, listened to my friends commentate, and there were 30 viewers. It was very...
Me, 200 of my friends in the woods. What were you doing? You were getting drunk, being sad about the rule set in Vegas. All right.
No, you don't know. You didn't
We
watch.
were the winners this weekend.
Fuck
We were the
Ludwig.
winners.
All right, this is close enough that I'm gonna bring it to our tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is the biggest tournament coming up this weekend is, of course, the Big Cheese 3 in Australia.
Yes, sir.
Who do you all think will win? Let's start with Pipsqueak. Who do you think will win the Big Cheese 3?
Assuming that Sock attends, I'm gonna give it to Sock.
Okay. Blur.
Look, I don't know shit about Australia.
The Big Cheese 3, also known as start.gg/Big Cheese.
Oh, he
3.
went on start. He's doing research. Fuck
Bro,
you.
no one's going to this. What do you want from me?
No cheating.
All right,
No
Contra.
cheating. Yeah, you
My
tell
real
me.
answer is probably SA Nick or Spud if he's going. I actually don't know. But I think Mickey Mouse is going to win, just like this question.
All right, Joshman, who do you think is gonna win the Big Cheese 3?
Not many people know about a young brave soldier out there called Goodman Gaming, or Goody for short. He has the heart, the integrity, and the wins to win the Big Cheese. Please watch his gameplay. Please. He's like the White Crush. It's crazy. He's just a freak.
Can we just dock like 15 points given how
Crush is
biased
white.
this question is?
Yeah,
This
You
person's
all,
biased.
Contra, you gave them all shit for not watching
She's
LSI.
right,
Then
you're
we
right.
gave you shit for not watching Smash Camp. It went both ways, and now we're gonna complain about not knowing
Like
about
that,
the
you
Big
little
Cheese.
worms.
We are all
wanna
guilty
ask?
here. Look
Who
up what
wanna
the most
ask?
recent tournament is gonna be if you're gonna come on my goddamn show. All right, that is our show. Blur, Contra, Pipsqueak, go get ready to go to Fourside. You guys are gonna duke it out in the 1v1v1 because Joshman is our winner.
Oh boy.
Alright, so we have a tradition back home. We have a player called Mungo. He's one of the players from Get Out and Game, an Australian industry. He would always ask to join our code-based netplay games and just be the Yoshi in the corner. So it would be an honor if I could spectate this fight with Mungo by my side.
All right, but you can't go. You got to stay in the corner.
I'm also a mild
Here's the
stage
problem.
hazard.
You're on red team, and so he could steal your stocks.
He
so
would
the
never.
Crimson Blur is
I
going to
won't-
steal your stocks, so you need to make sure you're matching his stock count.
Absolutely.
Or getting one ahead of him. All right, let's do it.
I won't
You
see
guys
this
can
stuff.
fight. Start fighting.
I think this is them fighting. Oh, so we see
This
the
is-
UFO
this is
taking
it?
up pretty early. Whoa, these guys! I gotta see this. What the fuck? It's crazy down there, dude. These guys go in. This is the least campy Fourside Fights I think I've ever seen.
This is a
This is
lot
the
like
only one
Rishi's
I've ever
Jungle
seen.
Jam, where it's like, it forces you to play the game, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Yoshi's getting irritated. Uh-oh. I hope no one comes up here. It's dangerous. The UFO comes in the mix here. Big tip bar gonna go straight to the wall. It's lonely up here. That's the first thing I'm thinking. Whoa, a stealing glitch! Oh, I missed it. Good luck out there, boys. Oh, big spike. Oh, somehow makes it to the side there. Don't jump. Who's green? Who get fucking red? Oh! Oh, I should have comboed that. I got it? Oh. Sorry.
All right, get out of there. Move, come on,
They
come
know not to come
on.
up here. They know not to come up here. I'm a stage hazard.
You're a stage hazard. All right, you got to match Blur's stocks. You got to match Blur's stocks. I'm gonna be so fucking mad if Blur steals a single one of your stocks. He's
I'm gonna
he's
steal.
losing stocks
He would
fast.
never. Alright, Yoshi's back. What a perfect spawn. Oh, nice. Oh, sorry. That's rude. Ooh. Oh, that plat helps.
I'm getting so fucked.
Let's go,
Do you want
Josh.
to unmute them and
You
see
gotta be
what they have to
careful
say
with
about this?
Yoshi. I told you. Oh, huge Marth edge guard. Oh, prime blow when you choke that.
ISD
Come on,
twice.
yeah. Yeah, blow to me. Oh, nice side beat. Terrible roll from Pipsqueak.
Yeah.
Oh! Please counter. Oh, big tipper.
Don't let
That's so
Blur win.
stupid. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
give it
What
to
do I do?
us before too much of the stream leaves us. Just want people to be
Oh,
looking out for
easy
you.
money. I'm camping. Are you? Okay, bro. Are you
Okay,
camping?
we're camping, bro.
Oh my
This is
god.
how you try to roll?
I'm gonna
Bro,
Guys,
I have a Yoshi there in the fucking way.
Kind of a
Let's
prime
go,
Blur
Josh.
line, huh?
We got it, dude.
Hey, don't mind me.
It's so laggy.
It's quite laggy.
Oh, it's fucking lagging.
Oh my god.
Don't jump! Don't jump! I'm gonna stay
What
trapped
the
again.
fuck?
Why is it
Oh
so
my
lag?
God. No, it's just tense. Oh, it's back! Don't kill him off that.
Dude,
oh my.
The lag. I lost.
All right, now you guys can fight. Yeah.
Fuck.
This is unprecedented. You've already broken the rules.
Wait.
Now the winner of the
Wait.
show is getting involved in the four-side fight.
Don't jump!
Oh,
So
he does.
easy.
All right, let's bring everybody
Alright.
back from the mute.
The easiest.
All right,
It's
the
so
winner.
easy.
It's so easy. The winner of the
Easy.
four-side fight is Pipsqueak, but our champion and king of pundits tonight is
No,
Joshman.
you don't
Congratulations on
understand.
winning the show.
No, I am overruling this. He
Let's go to watch the
attended.
DVDs.
He played. He was
It's
in
a tradition.
the free-for-all
It's a
at the
tradition,
end.
Pipsqueak, and I'm gonna have to
Yeah, but
mute
he
you for this
lost.
and deduct
No,
some
he
points
lost.
post
it
death.
wasn't
Thank
me.
you for
clapping,
coming
Pipsqueak.
to Fourside Fights. We will see you again in 2 weeks. Congratulations to Joshman. Go follow these folks on Twitter. Enjoy their content. Enjoy their melee, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.
Fuck you.